Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on January 30th, 2023, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, man, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com and click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man, and my feature play every day is usually my $15 NBA Jam session play, man. We did have a winner on that play yesterday with the Memphis Grizzlies, man. They made us sweat it, man. They were down huge early. Came back, won, and covered the huge line, man. That's the NBA for us right now, man. But love to see it as they did get the cover for us in that one, man. Want to keep that momentum rolling forward into tonight, man. Got a nice size card as well. 8 games. We want to smash it per usual, man. So follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I update y'all on late injury news and if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. Let's try to smash tonight per usual, man. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly laying 9.5 in this one, total 232. For me in this one, man, this is my thinking. I'm taking the Magic plus the points here in this one. I think tonight could be a real flat spot for the 76ers team. I know they've been red hot. They've won 7 straight. Embiid coming off the huge game against the Denver Nuggets, man. We had them in that one. We thought that that was going to be the case. Embiid coming off the All-Star starter snub, man. We thought that was going to be a huge game for them, and it was. They did come back and win that game, made us sweat it and covered, but who was that a sweat? But tonight, man, I think we're looking at a real flat spot, and I think the Magic usually are really good in these types of spots, man. So I'm going to take the Magic plus the 9.5. Not going to overcomplicate it. Philadelphia, man, the whole city of Philadelphia was ecstatic last night. They were on another level. I know y'all seen the videos just like I did, the whole city, man, as the Eagles did move on to the Super Bowl yesterday. I saw these guys at the game yesterday, the whole starting lineup, man, up there in the press box. Embiid, Maxey, Harden, PJ Tucker, up there with Lil Baby and Kevin Hart, man. Flat spot tonight, man. I'm calling it right now, man. I definitely think those guys were outside last night. You can't tell me they weren't. And I don't think they come in here and win this game by margin tonight, man. I really don't. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if the Magic won this game outright. I think it's a good spot. We take the Magic, who we've seen be good in these spots. This is a home and home, as these two teams will play each other again on Wednesday night. And we've seen the Magic be good in these spots. Hell, they beat Boston in the home and home in Boston in back-to-back games. So, you know, would I be surprised if they beat another really good Eastern Conference team in a back-to-back game on the road? I really wouldn't, man, especially here in this first one. So I really like the Magic in our first game of the night, man. I've liked what I've seen from them in the month of January, and I'm going to grab the points with them here tonight. Let's take a shot with the Magic. I might sprinkle some on the money line as well here with them in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Los Angeles Lakers out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. Nets home favorites laying 8.5, total 231. I'm not betting this game, y'all. I'm really not. Hard to look in the Lakers' direction. No Anthony Davis, no LeBron James, as they were listed out yesterday. And I really don't feel comfortable laying points with the Brooklyn Nets. Not 8.5. Definitely not, especially not without Kevin Durant. It's a tough spot for me here in this one. But if I were to lean anywhere, man, it would probably be the Nets laying the 8.5. I mean, they've won 3 of their last 5. They did win their last one out against the New York Knicks, 122-115, working with revenge as the Lakers beat them 116-103 on the 13th of November. So if anywhere the lean was, it would be the Nets laying the 8.5. Maybe taking them in some money line parlays if that's your thing, because I think they for sure win the game. But do I feel comfortable laying 8.5 with them? I do not. And like I said, it's hard to even want to take the Lakers plus the points with no LeBron, no AD, man. They're a depleted team with those guys. So without them, I don't know where the scoring is going to come from. I might lean under as well because I really don't know where any scoring is going to come from the Lakers. And maybe Kyrie can have another big game like he did last week. So small lean on the Nets here in this one, laying the 8.5. 9 times out of 10, I'm not betting this game, though. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got a good one. We got the Sacramento Kings out on the road facing the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment. The line is even, total 238. And as much as it pains me to say it, man, I am taking the house of disappointment, the Minnesota Timberwolves, here in this one tonight, man. I gotta stop hating on them, man. Maybe they're no longer the house of disappointment. Maybe it's time that they're making some money, and tonight I'm gonna give them the opportunity to do so. I kind of like what I've seen from them here recently, man. They've won 4 of the last 5. They've won 4 straight home games. And I think they go for a 5th here tonight, man. This is a home and home, and they did win the last one just 2 days ago on the 28th, 117-110. And y'all know how I felt about these spots all year, man. The team that typically does it in the first one, for some odd reason, has done it again in the second one this season, man. And I think that's just what's in order here again tonight. The Kings have been struggling. They've only won 2 of their last 5. They lost to Minnesota, like I just said in their last one. They got hammered by Toronto at home, 113-95. They also lost to Philadelphia at home, 129-127. I know the Kings are one of our favorite money-making teams, man, and we're going to get back on them soon. As we look at their upcoming schedule, man, they got a pretty cupcake upcoming schedule, man. They got the Spurs, the Pacers, the Pelicans, the Rockets twice. So, yeah, there's going to be an opportunity to get back on the Kings here in a minute, man. But tonight, I think we fade them. We take the house of disappointment, man. Hopefully they don't disappoint us tonight. Maybe they lose the nickname. I kind of like what I've seen from them here recently, man. I got to kind of stop hating on the Timberwolves. I think they get this one done on their home floor, win their 5th straight home game. So give me the Minnesota Timberwolves here in this one, man, on the money line. They win this one tonight on their home floor. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got a really, really, really good game, man. I'm excited for this one. We got the Golden State Warriors out on the road facing the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, a.k.a. the Cover Buddies, man, a.k.a. the best cover team in the NBA, man. They're getting 5 points on their home floor, total 241. And, of course, man, we're firing up the Thunder Buddies plus the 5, man. Last time we seen them Thunder Buddies, we cashed our $15 NBA Jam Session play of the month on the Thunder Buddies, man, as they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 112-100 on their home floor. They just continue to play good basketball, man. They just continue to get slighted and doubted, and I think that's another case here tonight, man. I don't understand how the Warriors are laying 5 here when the Warriors have only won 5 games on the road all season. And if you're betting the Warriors in this spot, man, I just don't know what to tell you. Even if the Warriors win and cover in this one, in my opinion, this is not a spot where you bet the Warriors. I just can't see how you can even get there. They've only won 5 games on the road all season. They're 5-18 straight up on the road. They're 7-16 against the spread this season out on the road. And they're going up against the best cover team in the NBA, in the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, man. We've been on them all season, and we're not going to get off of them, man. 16-9 against the spread on their home floor are the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, man. 31-17 and 1 against the spread in the NBA right now, so covering in 64.6% of their games, league best. If they're going to give us 5, we're going to take the 5. We're going to sprinkle some on the money line as well, especially against this Golden State Warriors team. I don't see how they're laying 5 when they have only won 5 games on the road all season. I get it. They have been playing better basketball, and they have won a few games on the road here recently. They did go beat the Nuggets 101-99, and I know we can see a second half turnaround from the Warriors, and all that could be true. But in this spot here tonight, man, I'm taking the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, man. They're playing really great basketball right now, man. And I think, again, we just keep riding them until they cool off, man. So for me, I'm taking the Thunder Buddies. I'm taking them plus the 5. I'm taking them on the money line as well. I think it's a great spot. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Washington Wizards out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Washington road favorites laying 6, man. Total 237. I mean, damn, Washington playing some good basketball, man. They've won, 5 straight games? Hey, they beat the Pelicans in their last one by 10 out on the road. They beat the Rockets by 5 out on the road. They beat my Mavericks by a bucket out on the road. They beat the Magic by 20 at home and then beat the Knicks by 11 out on the road, man. They found something out here on the road, man. It's going to be their 5th road game in their last 6 games. But like I said, they found something, man, and I don't know. The Spurs, they've been terrible, man. They've lost 5 straight. They've been hammered pretty handedly in some of these. I don't know, man. I want to take the Spurs plus the 6. I want to fade the Wizards because laying 6 points with the Wizards on the road just doesn't seem like a great place to be in my mind. I don't care how good a basketball they're playing. But at the same time, I'm not going to bet the game because the Wizards are playing good basketball. So You know what I mean? So it's just a hard spot for me. If I were to lean anywhere, it would be Spurs plus the 6 here in this one. I do think they can keep this game competitive. I don't know why I think that, as they've been dominated here recently, and the Wizards have been playing good basketball, but it's Monday, man, and like I said, 5th road game in their last 6 games just doesn't seem like a great spot to be laying 6 points with the Wizards on the road. It's just my thinking. I know they're playing good basketball, y'all. I know, but still. I can't lay 6 with the Wizards on the road, man. Not in this situation. So for me personally, man, in a small lean, I do lean Spurs plus the 6 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Detroit Pistons out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. Mavs laying 8.5, total 229.5. My guy Luka Doncic still on this injury report, man. As day to day, questionable for tonight's game with the ankle injury. I really would want to know what's up with him before I place it, but y'all know I want to take my Mavs in this one. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Y'all know I do. And it's not like the Pistons have been playing great basketball here recently. We've seen them be hammered by the Knicks, 117-104, the Bulls, 126-108, Milwaukee, 150-130, and Houston beat them as well, 117-114. They did beat the Knicks out on the road, 130-122. So it's not, it's not nothing crazy. So I could see the Mavs blowing them out here tonight in a get-right opportunity spot, bounce-back spot for this Mavericks team. I really could, man. So I do lean Mavericks in this one. I want to see if my guy Luka Doncic plays. I do think he plays. The Mavs working with revenge also, as the Pistons did beat them earlier this year, 131-125 on the 1st of December. That game did go to overtime, and the Pistons pulled that one out. That game was, like I said, was in Detroit. This one's in Dallas, man. I think Dallas uses this game as a bounce-back game. And, what are they? 26-25, one game above 500. They need to start stacking some wins, man. Everybody in the West, though, from like 3 to the play-in is only 3 games separated. So it's a lot to be played for right here in the West right now. The Mavs are still in the thick of it, and they got to win these type games right here. I do think they win, and I can see them winning it pretty comfortably. So for me, I know they're the worst cover team in the NBA, man. I get it. I know. But I'm taking them here tonight. I'm laying the 8.5. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Toronto Raptors out on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix home favorites in this one, laying 2.5, total 224. For me in this one, man, I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I'm going to try to simplify this one as much as possible. I'm not going to worry about the points or anything like that. I'm just going to take the Suns straight up to win the game. And that's where we've seen them play their best basketball all season. And we're going to continue to fade Toronto out on the road, where they've struggled all season. I know we've seen Toronto play better basketball here recently. They've won 3 of their last 5, and 2 of those came out on the road against 2 good home cover teams, actually, in the Portland Trail Blazers in their last game out, 123-105. And they beat the Sacramento Kings 113-95. So hammered 2 really good home cover teams out on the road. But I still don't trust them out there, man. This season, the Toronto Raptors are 8-16 straight up out on the road, man. They've only won 33.3% of their games out on the road, man. And they're going up against a really good home team in the Phoenix Suns, man. I know the Suns have been banged up, and they're only sitting 1 game above 500. But even through that, man, the Suns are still 18-8 on their home floor this season, man. They've covered in 69.2% of their home games. Not covered, but won in 69.2% of their home games, man. And I see no reason why they don't here again tonight. They've won 4 of their last 5, the Suns have. They've been playing really good basketball since Chris Paul has gotten back. Their only loss coming at home against the Dallas Mavericks, 99-95. That was a weird loss because the Mavs did not even have Luka in that one. But I still like what I've seen from the Suns here recently, man, and I'm going to take them here tonight. They're working with revenge also, as the Raptors did beat them on the 30th of December in Toronto, 113-104. But this one, like I said, is in Phoenix, where Phoenix has played really good basketball this season. Toronto has struggled on the road all season. We're just going to take the Suns straight up on the money line. Continue to ride them, man. They've won 4 of their last 5, including 3 of their last 4 at home. I think they get this one done as well, man. So give me the Suns on the money line here in this one tonight. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the Atlanta Hawks out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland laying 2, total 236.5. These are two fairly even teams in my mind, man. Atlanta 25-25 on the season, exactly 500. The Blazers 3 games under at 23-26. The Blazers are at home here in this one, though, where they played their best basketball. Both teams really kind of struggling here recently, as they both only won 2 of their last 5. Atlanta, man, they had heated up for a second, but again, they've cooled back off. They just lost their last one on their home floor to the Clippers, 120-113. Yeah, the Blazers, man, they just lost their last home game. They got hammered by the Raptors of all teams, 123-105. The 2 games before that, though, they did look good against the Jazz and the Spurs. It's a tough one. I do lean Blazers, though. Like I said, they're at home here in this one, and this is going to be like their 7th straight home game. They've been at home for quite some time. I do expect them to put some emphasis on this one and to win this before heading out on the road. So I do lean Blazers in this one. The Hawks, they're not really a team that y'all know I like betting on the road, man. We have seen they did beat the Thunder Buddies out on the road, which is a good win, but, you know, they lost to Chicago out there as well. Small lean to the Blazers, man. I do think, like I said, they put a little more emphasis on this game, as is their last home game of their long homestand, and they do return out on the road after this one. So, fairly efficient line, though. Blazers laying 2. I do think they can get this one done on their home floor. I kind of like what I've seen from Dame in some of these games. We've seen some huge games from him in these last few, so I think we can maybe see another one, and the Blazers pull this one out on their home floor to close out the night. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on January 30th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who you like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com and click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man, and that's where you can find my best bets for today's action, my packages, all that great stuff, man. So check that out over at Pickdawgz Premium. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I typically update y'all on late injury news, and if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association. 8-game card tonight, man. We want to smash it per usual. Thank y'all for watching the video. Been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. Let's make some money tonight. Talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments, man, and I'm out. Peace.